Hi, I'm Brooke.
And I'm Hope.
And this is the Bookish and Bubbly podcast. Is this thing on? Okay, so you're pissed.
Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm over winter. Once the holidays, like before the holidays, it's cute, snow, Christmas lights, whatever. The holidays are done. Everybody puts up their Christmas lights and decorations, and then it's just dark and cold for like 3 months, and I'm tired of it.
I fully agree. And do you know what I think we should do about this?
What?
This was not an original idea. I'm sure everyone's heard of this, but I saw this video and I was like, yeah. Instead of having Christmas on December 25th, this guy was like, Christmas and Valentine's Day should switch.
Oh.
Who cares? I mean, Valentine's Day can be whenever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Make that December 25th. We have Halloween. Okay? Then we have Thanksgiving. That's, one a month. We don't need New Year's Eve and Christmas in December. We just need one, and New Year's Eve can't move. So we move Christmas because Jesus wasn't even freaking born in December. Remember that, everybody?
Yes.
Wasn't it March or April? Don't people say that?
I think so, yeah.
It doesn't really matter. We can celebrate the Lord anytime. Okay? And what if we move it to February? One of the worst months of the year. January is pretty rough, but I feel like it's such a blur because everyone's like decompressing after the holiday season.
Yeah.
But what if we usually get more snow in January and February than we do in December?
It's an idea. And let's get rid of the time change as well.
Seriously, this is not ancient England.
No.
Ancient England. This is not Paul out on the farm needing to...
We're tired. It's cold. It's dark. Everybody's sick.
Yeah. We're done.
If we live in central Ohio and we're supposed to get literally annihilated with snow this weekend.
To be fair, so is like the entire country.
That's great.
The whole country. Have you seen the thing?
Yeah.
It looks crazy, especially in the South. Yeah. Sorry, guys, if you're in the South.
Immediately no. Let's cut the crap here. We're not doing it.
But see, what if we were about to celebrate Christmas? It would feel more in the spirit of the season. But right now it just feels completely unnecessary. But if there was like a fun snowstorm right before Christmas, everyone would be like, how cozy, what a wonderful holiday experience.
Yeah.
Maybe you wouldn't. I would.
Yeah.
Like if it was snowing and there was like beautiful snow out and you're safe inside your home.
Yeah.
You'd be like, Christmas time. But there's no Christmas. It's just snow and cold.
Yeah. Do you have a list of your essentials for the snowstorm?
A list?
Yeah. I was just thinking about it. Mine.
You have a list?
Well, in my head, I was like, what? This is a good question. Like,
okay.
What do you have? Like, how are you preparing?
So I feel like people like Megan would be very appalled at my preparedness compared to theirs. Because like Megan and them probably have like, they're ready in case they're out for like
we're going
a month.
In a different direction. Yeah, but keep going.
Oh.
No, keep going.
So I'm not prepared in that way, in a normal prepared way. Except Mitchell did get some water bottles and I got extra food at the store. So that's how I've been prepared. And then I was going to I have all this wax from old candles and I was going to make all new candles, but that not just for the snowstorm. I've been wanting to do that for months. So I was like, ooh, that's a great excuse to do that.
Do it when I can come over.
Well, I have brought them over 2 times when we've gotten together with Megan to make candles and we haven't done it yet. To be fair, we had a craft planned both nights. So
yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll wait. Anyways, mine are going to be different because I have kids. So I have to make sure they are entertained.
Oh, yeah.
So, I was just going to hope to get to read a book, possibly.
Yeah.
And then I got them some like things to keep them busy. Hopefully. So that's what my essentials are. Just trying to get through it.
Yeah.
Really. What's yours?
Okay. I'm thinking I have a bunch of books downloaded, ready to go in case you lose, electric, which let's not do that.
But if your Kindle will just keep going and
yeah,
going.
And that's literally the only thing I prepared. So I will just die, but whatever. Other than that, you had to go to the store,
Yeah.
And load it up on my Goodles mac and cheese.
Yes.
And
damn
I got water.
I forgot gluten-free bread.
Oh, I wish I had some to give you. I don't.
Shocking.
I did get coffee because I'm gonna have to make my own coffee this weekend. That sucks.
I didn't even think about it.
Do you have it? I can give you some.
Well, I have coffee. What if the power goes out?
Yeah. If the power goes out, it's game over for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my plan is I'm gonna have my little heated blanket thing.
Okay, truly though, if the power does not go out, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, this is my ideal plan. Okay?
Yeah.
I have my little heated blanket, all of my fuzzy blankets. I'm gonna make a couch bed.
That is the loudest
probably what
heat I have ever heard.
Brooke, it's out there. It is trying its best. Anyway, got my little heated blanket. I plan on rewatching Heated Rivalry again. I have several books downloaded.
Yeah.
I bought yummy food to make. And it honestly is like an introvert's dream for the weekend.
Yeah.
But again, if things don't go well, and then it's going to be panic mode.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be great.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's going to be great. They always also say it's going to be really bad, and it's not.
Yeah. I do remember one time, though, they said it was going to be really bad, and it was really bad.
My mom said, this reminds me of this the blizzard of 79 or whatever it was.
That's what everyone always says.
Well, and she was like, it was literally like just mountains of snow on either side while you're driving. It was like above your car. Yeah. I was like, shit, that's crazy.
Yeah. My mom always talks about that too. She's like, we had to put our mattresses in the living room and keep each other warm. And army people would drop off food at the door. I'm like,
damn.
Yikes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if the power goes out, I don't know what I would eat. I think
that's what I got, food that we could make if the power went out. And a lot of your stuff, if it's in the fridge, you can put it out on your porch and it'll be fine.
I think I'll be having like, if the power goes out, like hummus and vegetables and like a cheese stick. Yum. We'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Somebody is bound to have power, and we will fight to the death to get there, Anyway, that was a lot. Sorry.
No.
I just was thinking about it.
Truly, though, if the power does not go out, it's going to be awesome. It's just going to be like hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll lock my kids in their rooms. We're having quiet time, and we're going to like it.
Reading time.
Yeah.
Find a book.
I want them to get into reading so bad. And I saw this video, another Instagram video, and it was like, instead, like the kids are allowed to have a bonus hour of awake time at night as long as they are silent and reading down in the living room. So like if their bedtime is at 7, they are allowed to stay up until 8 if they are quietly reading in the living room. And so the whole family sits in the living room and reads for another hour before the kids have to go to bed. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And they are excited because they get to stay up later, and then they get reading in and you get reading in. I was like, let's start that.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, my kids are 4, so.
I was like, are you going to be able to do that?
No. When they're older.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. What are we doing today? I have no idea.
So I'm sure everyone has heard of Am I the Asshole on Reddit, right? I always see those videos. They always make me laugh. And I'm always like, that would be fun to talk about with Hope. So I was like, let's do it. So I have some prompts here. Now.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. We'll see if they're any good and if this is a good enough episode to air.
We're not doing this.
We're going to air it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing it, so.
Okay.
Guess what? I wore my contacts all day. And then I took them out. And I'm afraid I'm going to start crying again. Like I did during the Housemaid movie, the entire movie.
Do they hurt?
They're starting to hurt.
They're starting to look kind of red.
Yeah. It's okay.
Did you bring your stuff?
No.
Nice.
Because it hasn't been hurting. I do it like once a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
do I have to do it forever?
I don't know.
You're the eye doctor. Okay. So if you haven't heard of it, it's like everybody on Reddit, and then just ask, am I the asshole? And then the commenters decide if you're the asshole or not.
Yeah.
But we're going to decide.
Okay.
And also, I feel like for a lot of these, you kind of have to suspend your disbelief, because sometimes I'm like, there's no way that happened. And it might have happened. It might not have happened. Supposedly, these are all very real. So you just have to like fully immerse yourself in this story. Are you ready?
Yeah.
These aren't amazing. These are the best ones I could find in about 15 minutes. So don't. Yeah. My husband and I have been together for 5 years. My mother-in-law has always been very into posting on Facebook, at least one post a day. She even used to post for my husband when he was a kid/teen. Very often when we send her photos of ourselves, what we're doing, or anything noteworthy, they get posted on Facebook without our knowledge. Sometimes I'll go on Facebook and see photos I had no idea she had taken of us. My eyes. She has around 2,000 followers, but posts everything completely publicly anyways. It's always made me uncomfortable, but I never thought it was a problem before now. My husband and I have been busy with new jobs and haven't been able to make the trip to see his parents together since the holidays. He's gone without me, but I have an odd work schedule. Yesterday, I got a call from my parents asking if I had made the trip to see his family. Looking at Facebook, mother-in-law had created an AI-generated photo of us watching a football game with them, all in matching jerseys. This bothered my husband too, and he offered to text his mom and ask her not to create any more AI photos of us. I always had a great relationship with my mother-in-law, and she's always been very kind and understanding. So neither of us expected her to take that poorly, but she did. She told us we were ungrateful for her, that we always hurt her feelings when we asked for no pictures, and that we, and especially me, are too sensitive and should just let her post what she wants. My husband is also uncomfortable with the way she is acting and draws the line at AI photos, but says we can deal with her normal posting habits. I thought I had a say before in what gets posted, but now I'm uncomfortable with the whole situation. Am I the asshole if I start telling my mother-in-law no to posting pictures of me outside of family photos and reasonable things?
I have several thoughts.
Okay.
Wow. Wait, I like this.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I didn't expect the AI thing to come into play.
I know.
I thought this was just going to be about
Strictly,
posting.
yeah.
And I was already like on her side.
Yeah.
Like, no, get her.
Yes. Even just by itself. Posting without, especially pictures that you didn't know were taken of you.
Yes. No, I hate that. There is nothing worse than when you're on Facebook and you get a notification, or you later get a notification because you weren't on Facebook. That's like, so-and-so tagged you in a picture, and you look at it and you're like, I have never looked worse in my life. This is what people see. Oh my God.
And also, like, you're telling me you looked at that picture and you thought, she's going to be happy I posted that.
Yes.
You know what you're doing, you like dirty little skank.
Like moms. I've never seen your mom do this. I don't know that she knows how to post stuff. That's fine. That's a good thing. But like moms will like zoom all the way in. Mm-hmm. For instance, okay, my mom just got, I love her. She just got, have you heard of Mix Tiles? You order all these frames. Yes. They come and they're like, yeah. They make like gallery walls out of them.
Oh boy.
She got pictures, and everyone else is like their professional pictures with their families. Mm-hmm. My picture is me sitting on the floor at my aunt's house during Christmas, like sitting there like, and that is the picture that she hung in her living room. I'm like, mother, are you serious?
Why did you pick that one?
I think it's just a mom thing.
Yeah.
But no, if you don't know like what people are posting, no. And if somebody's like, hey, I don't like that picture, can you take it down? People get so offended.
I don't know why.
Crazy. I also had somebody who I'll say it. Yeah. I went on a date with their son.
Yeah.
It was our first and last date. And the person was like, send me a picture. Later on, months later.
Wait.
I like this person posted like summer dump of like all these pictures. And I just, something in me was like, look through them. I bet that picture is in there. And I'm scrolling. And there is that picture of me and their son.
You are kidding.
No, I never told you about that.
No.
Yeah, it's on there too. Yeah, still on there. And I was like,
what?
And then I was like, well, people probably didn't see this. It's okay. But like, I wasn't tagged in it.
Okay.
That would have been a whole other criminal offense. It also was
It's so inappropriate that she did that.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but like sometimes people just think
how long was it since you went on the date until she posted that?
It was probably pretty close after, not like a long
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't. Even if it was your first date, even if you guys ended up getting married.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Do you think he like went home and was like, oh, it went so well. We're going on so many more dates.
No.
She just did it.
I think it was a pretty mutual, like neither of us were feeling it type situation.
Okay.
And
that's crazy. She would do this.
Yeah. No, I think honestly, I feel like a lot of like, maybe it's a thing with like older women too, who don't know like the social media etiquette that like our generation follows. It could just be a different generation thing. I'm not saying it's right, but like.
That's true. Because why else would you do that?
Yeah. Like I feel like there's not a lot of people in our generation that would like, that are doing that. You know, we're like more.
You're right.
Particular about what is posted, want to look our best.
But why would you not?
Whereas our moms are like, you're beautiful. And you're like, you are lying to me if you were saying I'm beautiful in that picture.
Wow, that's true.
You know?
But do you really think that they think that's a great picture of that person or of me?
Yeah.
Because also they'll post pictures of themselves and you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Down here.
They're
camera down.
And not even smiling half the time.
No.
You're like,
or not looking at the
that's
picture.
the picture
Yeah.
we went with.
That's what you wanted to show off? Yeah. And then we added AI into it.
The AI was a crazy.
Okay. Yeah. I think if somebody put an AI picture of me up, I would just be like, okay, that's like the stupidest thing I've ever seen, and not really care past that. I don't know.
You
just
think
me.
so?
Like I'd be like, that's stupid, and everyone's gonna think this is fake.
What I think is crazy is her family. I wonder if it was a really realistic picture, because her family said,
yeah,
did you go visit them? And she said she looked on and there was an AI generated photo of us in jerseys.
That's just so weird.
But if her family thought she was there, do you think it was that realistic looking? Because they have realistic ones. That's crazy though.
That is crazy. Like, I guess then what else could she do with AI?
Yeah.
I feel like I just don't like AI, and am so far like, I'm like, whatever, just stay over there, that I'd be like, that's stupid. And then not, I would be more so mad of the real pictures that she was putting up of me.
That's true. I think the AI was like so crazy.
Yeah. This mother-in-law sounds like a peach for sure.
That would suck.
I think it's going to be a long road.
Yeah. Well, and then if like the husband doesn't even, he thinks it's like fine if she's posting whatever.
Yeah. I also think it's crazy when somebody is like, hey, like, I really don't like this picture. Could you take it down? The offense people take to that is so personal. And it's like, okay, this person is just saying to you like, hey, this is making me feel bad about myself. Mm-hmm. Why are you then turning it and making this about you?
Now this is apparently about you?
Yeah.
Or like,
you felt ugly?
You looked really ugly on that picture. Can you take it down? That would be offensive.
Yeah.
That's not what we're saying.
Yeah. So that's tough.
That would suck so bad if that was your mother-in-law. Okay. Next. I am a high schooler with a weekend job at a coffee shop. My coworkers who work weekends are James, the owner's son. He goes to my school. He's a shift manager, but it's not a real formal thing, and he's a friendly guy. And we have Danielle. I'm pretty sure Danielle wasn't mentioned in this. So some customers will come in and be angry about such little stuff, like literally blow up about nothing. I don't know if they're in a bad mood already and looking for someone to take it out on or what, but it's a lot. Like, how sad do you have to be to be a grown-ass man taking your anger out on high school and college kids. Sorry, I can't fucking read. So James and I were joking about this and having a little fun with them and hopefully getting them off of our backs. One day I was at work and some guy was having a temper tantrum about how we don't make the coffee hot enough, which I couldn't do a thing about because I gave it to him right out of the machine. So James came in and was like, "Sir, is there a problem here?" And the guy started ranting at him too. He was just like, OP. I don't know what OP stands for. They always say that. It's like the original poster. I bet that's what that stands for. OP, this is unacceptable. You're fired. I started acting real sad, like, no, please don't fire me. My family needs this money. I need this job, please. And he played it up, being a hard ass, telling me to take off my apron and leave. The angry guy started to backtrack, like, no, it's not that big of a problem. You don't need to fire her over it. I didn't mean it. And James was like, no, we pride ourselves on the best customer service. Of course, after all that drama, I still had my job and we were just acting. And we've done it a couple more times. Whenever a customer will lose their temper at Danielle or I, that's when they mentioned her, James will storm in and fire us. Almost every time the person who had come in angry will apologize immediately and say they didn't mean it. It's kind of satisfying making people realize their actions might actually have consequences. Anyway, I was telling my friends from school about this, and a few of them thought it was a really mean prank to let someone go away thinking they'd gotten someone who desperately needs their money, that money, fired. Am I the asshole for this joke? I think 100% they are not the asshole.
No. I think the only thing that came to mind here is like with coffee shops, I feel like it's a lot of repeat customers. So the people are going to come back in and be like, oh, you're still here?
It's a really good point.
Yeah.
Such a great point. Maybe it was like...
That is a good like
Starbucks
reverse,
or something. Yeah.
You know, mental warfare on people.
I love that. I think it makes you stop and think. I feel like you need a jarring experience like that to be like, what the fuck am I doing?
But I also think people would double down and be like, well, I'm not happy, you know?
You're right. It seems though that it worked, at least for this person's scenario.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it.
I don't either. I was just thinking you should do that at your job. Do you ever have people who come in so mean? You should have like somebody fire you and you start crying.
It would be funny.
It would be. I mean, I know that you have repeat customers.
Yeah.
And they would see you when you come in.
Coffee shop too.
I know. But it would be funny in that moment. It'd be like, and you'd be like, I've worked here for 13 years.
Yeah.
Please. And they're like, no, that's it. We're done. Bye.
It'd be fun to bring back the acting days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it could be fun. I think it's a great one to keep in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you get crazy and if they complain at your work, say I worked at a coffee shop, they come in and complain to me, talk to them, I'm so sorry, build a relationship. Where do you work?
Find out.
Call their work.
There you go. Wait, I love
there
that.
There you go. But that might make me the asshole.
I guess that would, because in this situation, it just makes them reflect on their actions, makes them feel like shit, which they deserve to.
Yeah.
The other way, that, could like completely ruin someone's life.
No, I think that would be a good idea to be like, you know what, let's take a step back here and let's show you how your little temper tantrum has this domino effect that just now affected somebody else.
Yeah. Also,
more of that in our society.
More of that. And also, genuinely, I could never imagine being rude.
No.
Or mean to anybody that is like serving me or working somewhere I'm buying something.
Yeah.
Someone in the service industry. I genuinely cannot imagine a scenario unless they are being a complete asshole. If they are. That's almost never the case.
No.
Like almost never, because they would get fired from their job for being an asshole. Almost never. I can't. What is wrong with you if you go into someone's place of work and berate them for not doing something properly?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You clearly have never had a service industry job or whatever it is.
Or you should have.
You should have.
So you can deal with it.
I saw someone say like, we should do service industry work like the draft. Not the draft. Like you have to do it. When you turn 17 or whatever, 16, you have to go work a service industry job. You have to. For 1 year or something like that. Or you have to put in this many hours. And you have to do it. I say yes.
I think so.
Because I just...
It's better than like the real draft.
It's way better than the real draft.
I prefer that. I'll take a shift at McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, what are we talking about? What are we doing?
Yeah.
I genuinely can't... I can't even fathom when people are rude. Like to their waiter. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Is that a joke? Like my food wasn't prepared properly. Well, first of all, the waiter didn't go back and do that, first of all.
I have this conversation a lot with
God.
people, like, at work. Like, they'll, like, coworkers who will, like, complain about something. And I'm like, listen, like, the person you're talking to on the phone at the phone store, they have nothing to do with, like, this issue.
Yes.
They're literally just on the phone.
That is their job. Their whole job is to hear people bitch and complain about shit.
Yeah.
I don't get it at all.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a nurse practitioner, and I'm the primary care provider for a lot of low-risk maternity cases at the practice where I work. Okay. I also work hand-in-hand with the doctors and midwives to create a healthy maternity, birth, and postpartum situation. My fiance is completing her residency. We live together and have for a few years now. We aren't in any hurry to get married. We originally had plans to do so a couple of years ago, but then we got really busy for 2 years. It is driving my very religious parents crazy that their youngest son is living in sin. I don't really care. I'm an adult and I do what I want. We are getting married in June, so we are visiting my parents for Christmas. The way it came together this year, everyone is at my parents' house. So that's my folks, my 3 siblings, myself, my fiance, and 7 grandchildren, so 17 people. At dinner, my mom starts going on about how she is so glad that we are finally getting married and she won't be embarrassed at church anymore. And my dad says how proud he is of his 3 older kids who all either waited to get married before moving in together or got married right away after moving in together. My fiance was getting embarrassed and I was getting mad over this stupid argument we have had so many times, and a family dinner was the last straw. I have asked them repeatedly to just accept that they cannot control how I live my life. I refuse to stay with them when I visit, even if I come alone. Hotels are just easier. So I started talking about a premature baby I had been reading about. It was almost 3 months premature and weighed about 1.6 pounds. It was super strong and healthy for being born so little, and the NICU had high hopes for the baby doing well. My mom and dad both got deer in the headlights looks on their faces. Too bad. Should have not fucked around with my fiance's feelings. So I asked about my oldest brother. He was born almost 4 months premature. Is there a chance that we could check out the family album where we keep all the records of family births and stuff? I already know my brother was over 9 pounds and almost 23 inches long when he was born. 4 months premature. My grandmother told me all about it the first time my parents tried to shame me. The subject gets changed very fast. After supper, my parents told me that I should not try to embarrass them with private things that are not my concern. I told them that if I heard anything about my living arrangements ever again for the rest of my life, I would make sure to keep bringing up the fact that my mom was in her 2nd trimester when they got married. My parents are mad at me for telling them how to behave in their own home, but my fiance is happy that they seem to be off the subject for good. Am I the asshole? Nope! That one...
Do you want to take this
was
one?
Crazy. No, that's it.
That's wild.
Yes.
You know, I was already going to say, like, you know, if you don't agree with how someone's living, like, whatever,
yeah.
you think in your mind they're a crappy person. Mm-hmm. If you're in turn just being a crappy person to them because of that, are you any better?
Absolutely not.
And that was just when they were making comments. So to find out that second part, that's wild.
That to me is the craziest thing.
Yeah. I just think it goes back to this, you know, everyone, including our parents, are like trying out this thing called life for the first time. Mm-hmm. So like, let's all just respect the fact that everyone is trying it for the first time. Yes. So the kids here, let them figure it out.
Especially the kids.
Yeah. You had to figure it out. So let them figure it out.
And you didn't, in your eyes, you didn't figure it out. You did it wrong in your eyes. So you're going to shame your own kid? Yikes. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I think we all just need to give everybody a break.
Yeah. And you know what? If you like have a comment about somebody in their life, like, you actually don't have to say it. And not even about people, things,
events,
politics, whatever. Like, you actually don't have to say your comment.
It's so crazy that you can actually keep your mouth shut. It's actually a crazy thing. It's a crazy concept that no one seems to have mastered. You can keep your mouth shut and have your thought. It's an inside thought. As I tell Lincoln and Nora, you know what? That's an inside thought.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because, they always, say something like, I don't like you. That's an inside thought. Not something we need to announce to the world. It's an inside thought. We have lost inside thoughts. We have lost, I think, with social media. People say everything they think. And then now we all say it out loud too.
Yeah.
But I do feel like a lot of stuff we see online, especially, obviously all of this was in person. But we have lost the art of keeping it to ourselves and shutting our mouths.
Yeah. And especially like online too, because you're not like looking at the person face to face. So there's almost this like, you have more balls to say it because you're not like looking them in the eyes.
I guess so.
Whereas if you were in person, you probably wouldn't say as much. So let's just think,
if they were
in
standing
my post,
here,
would I say this if they were standing right here?
And
If
probably
the answer-
99% of the time the answer is no.
So don't post it.
Exactly.
If the answer is yes, you are the asshole.
That's so true.
That's tough.
That's
Okay.
crazy. Yeah. Dad here, old fart, loves his daughter to pieces, but I'm struggling to see eye to eye with my teenager and wife on this one. We've always been a meat-eating family. We live in the rural Midwest, and bacon for breakfast is pretty much a given. This year, my 14-year-old daughter decided to go vegan, and I jumped onto her support team with enthusiasm. We learned how to substitute ingredients, cook new things, try new things. I adjusted our budget to include more expensive vegan substitutes for her, etc. None of this has been a problem for me until recently. She saw me cook bacon in a pan, and then I rinsed it out to load it into the dishwasher. She exploded in anger. Teen years, I'm not too fussed about the anger explosion. I know she doesn't mean it. And said that it was her pan for vegan food. I was completely floored and said, hey, kiddo, this here is a family pan. Literally, that's what he wrote. Kiddo, this here is a family pan. Older than you. It's not your pan. She asked me to purchase her a pan that she could solely use for vegan food. I didn't want her to feel weird about food, so I said sure and ordered her a few colored ones that are only for her. The reason they're colored is that it helps me remember that I'm not allowed to touch them unless I'm cooking vegan. That wasn't good enough. Now apparently the dishwasher is contaminated with animal product, and the fridge has bacon grease fingers on it because I eat bacon then touch the fridge. And she asked me and her mom to completely stop eating meat at home. I don't mean I literally touch the fridge with greasy bacon hands because I wash my hands, but it's clearly enough that it upsets my daughter. Frankly, I'm on team hell no. Her mom is much more amenable and strongly wants me to consider taking our daughter up on the request. My wife's reasoning is that both of our parents live close so we can eat meat products there, and that she doesn't want our daughter to feel uncomfortable in the kitchen. My daughter says she is fine with cheese and butter in the fridge, but it's specifically meat products that make her feel sick. Now I'm sorry for her, but I feel like she just needs to adapt and live side by side because I'm not going to stop eating bacon in my own house.
I think the dad has tried here.
I agree.
Given it a good shot.
Well, like at the beginning, he talks about they do new recipes.
Yeah, got new pans.
New pans for her.
I think here's another
Greasy bacon fingers.
Here's another thing for you. Your choices don't have to be other people's choices.
Oh, that's a really good one. Your choices don't have to be other people's choices. I'm bad at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
I feel like he did a lot to be accommodating.
Yeah.
Sounds like this is a younger teenage girl,
14.
right? Yeah.
I think she's feeling strong about this right now, and she's like,
she's passionate.
You're all murderers, and yeah.
I just couldn't be a vegan either.
No.
So
I definitely couldn't.
But for people who are, that's great. That's awesome.
Lovely.
I've never heard of like using different pans too. Like,
I haven't either. But I get it.
yeah.
Yeah. The dishwasher being contaminated is very funny to me.
That's, yeah.
That one makes me
A
laugh.
little odd. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with
I'd
you.
say he's not.
I
a
agree.
problem.
I think he tried. I think it would be different. I thought it was going to be like, am I the asshole? It was like, am I the asshole for cooking bacon in front of my vegan daughter or something like that? And I was going to be like, well, what are you doing? Are you being like, look at this? Squeeze. Like,
I also think it's funny that a dad like went on Reddit.
I know.
And like he
Dad
cares.
here.
He cares to know like,
does.
am I messing this up?
There were a lot of like different parent ones. And I was like, they're just trying their best.
Yeah. Everybody's trying their best.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What was this? I was raised by parents who believed religiously and just culturally in rigid gender roles. Dad should work, mom should stay home with the kids. I am the only girl and have 3 brothers. Because of their expectation, I'd stay home with the kids. They never valued my education, educational achievements, or emphasized things beyond domestic skills. I'm the second youngest. By the time I was in high school, my 2 older brothers had gone to the college of their choice, with my parents fully covering tuition, books, and an off-campus apartment and other living expenses. Damn. They eventually did the same for my younger brother. I was told I wasn't allowed to apply for college. What? I did so in secret and got accepted with a partial scholarship. I didn't tell them I was moving out until a week before I left, with essentially nothing but what a few friends gave to me that their parents bought them for college. I took engineering, and I have barely and I had to work, take on debt, and struggle myself. My parents and I have barely spoken for years. I'm married now and expecting our first child, and they asked me to meet up. We met at a park, and they said they were sorry if they caused me pain, but would like a relationship now. I asked them specifically what they were sorry for. They wouldn't elaborate and just said they wanted to move forward. I said that wasn't sufficient. In the end, I said they could prove they were sorry by forwarding me the $100K my degree and college expenses were, just like they did for my brothers. My mom burst into tears, and my dad said I wasn't being serious, and I just left. Since then, I've been getting calls from my brothers telling me I'm being immature and hurtful. I don't think so at all.
No, I was going to say, I better be getting that check.
Money, please.
I didn't think she'd ask for it. That's great.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Show me you're sorry. Give me $100,000 right now. Show me that you value me as much as my brothers.
That's tough.
That
Good
is
for her
insane.
for doing it for herself, though, you know?
Engineering.
Shame on her mom for not sticking up for her.
Exactly. Also, wasn't allowed to apply for college. Nice. Parenting 101. I'm sorry, are we living literally in 1800?
It sounds
That's
like
crazy.
it. Yeah.
That is crazy. Good for her. She's like, yeah, pay me for that, and they said no. Which $100,000 is a lot to be fair, but
yeah.
they probably didn't even consider anything else. So
That was crazy.
that was crazy, dog. Okay, but also okay, you have 4 kids. You give 3 kids full rides for college,
Yeah, it sounds
housing,
like we have money.
Yeah. But just thinking about that, and you won't even let the one apply for college because she has a vagina is so wild. It is so crazy to me.
I hope she just
I hope
crushed it in school.
It sounds like she did great.
Yeah.
And you know what? She still did. Got married and had a kid.
Mm-hmm. She's doing it all.
And when she's pregnant, that's when they wanted to talk to her.
Oh yeah, no.
All right. So I, 21 male, live with my childhood best friend, 22 also male, and have been for 2 years now. Up until last week, things were perfect between us. However, he recently got a new girlfriend, 23 female, and she honestly seems absolutely great, except for one thing. She seemingly has a complete aversion to knocking. She and I have quite a lot in common, and I actually like spending time with her. However, it bugs the hell out of me when she just barges into my room without knocking first. Now, she's never walked in on me doing anything untoward. I'm usually just chilling on my bed or studying at my desk. However, on at least 7 separate occasions now, she's done it first thing in the morning to ask if I want coffee. I sleep naked. Every time prior to the last one, I've been under the covers and she hasn't seen anything. I always point out that she could have, and she just giggles and says, but I didn't. When she stayed over last week, in order to make my point, I intentionally slept on top of the covers. Sure enough, she barges in at 7 a.m., begins to ask if I want coffee, and sees my you-know-what. Are we 5? She immediately backed out of the room and didn't speak to me for the rest of the day. My mate later pulled me aside and said I was bang out of order, accused me of deliberately exposing myself, and pointed out that I'd threatened to do it before. I literally just said, okay, but what if I had no covers and you saw everything? They're now framing this to others that I'm some sick creep who intentionally got naked and lay in wait for her because that's how I cut my rocks off. And I'm kind of see how it came off that way. Am I the asshole for doing this? No. 7 times before she had barged into his room.
You gotta knock.
I love it. What did he say? I was bang out of order. Obviously. From across the pond.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, get your girlfriend.
Yeah. The comments were like, ever heard of a lock?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but the lease won't let me.
Why should you have to lock your
No, you
bedroom
shouldn't
door?
have to lock your door. But that's crazy, barging into someone's room at 7 a.m. Do you want coffee?
I would come up swinging.
Do you want an axe in the head?
Yeah, no.
That's crazy. And now they're telling everyone he's a creep. He's laying in wait. Oh, that's
Move
funny.
out.
I know, but he said they've been his childhood best friend, and it's been perfect until the girl.
Yeah, but he's not coming into his room without
Well, he likes the girl too, and then she wouldn't even talk to him, and she saw my you-know-what. That's hilarious.
That is funny.
I was like, does she secretly want to catch him? Because when he said, what if I'm naked? And what if you saw everything? And she goes, but I didn't.
I was thinking that until she is calling him a creep now.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're right. She's the creep in this scenario. All right. Me and 2 other guys share an apartment together, and we split all the bills. I don't remember writing this. The only thing we don't split costs on is groceries. Everyone's in charge of buying their own food, and we don't touch whatever doesn't belong to us in the fridge. We put our names on everything so no one gets mixed up. This issue has been going on. Oh, this is the one I didn't read. I just thought I'd throw one on here. This issue has been going on almost a year, and I'm sick of it. Wait. What has been going on? Oh, one of my roommates, R, keeps stealing my food. I get home from work and containers with my leftovers are sometimes missing. They have my name written on it, or my stuff finishes too quick. My gallon of milk, for example, I buy almond milk because I like the taste, but it seems to finish after a week, even though I've only drank it once or twice. I confronted R about this lots of times, and that's caused a lot of arguments. He outright denies it and tells me I'm crazy, even though it's so obvious. My other roommate and I carpool together because we both work the same early morning shifts around the same area, so I know it's not him. It's always after we get back home and R's already left for work that I notice my food's gone. My roommates also had a similar problem, but not as often as I do. I'm guessing it's because R doesn't like what he buys. The funny thing is, R buys a lot for himself and is even more stingy about his food. He will literally point out what's his when he comes back from the grocery store and tells us not to touch it. Last week, my milk was nearly empty again, and I got fed up. I went to the liquor store and bought regular dairy milk. I drank what was left of my almond milk and refilled the gallon with the one I bought. This was to catch/prove R is the one stealing it since he's lactose intolerant.
Oh my God.
The next day... That's so funny. The next day... Saturday, we get back from work and Ara's pissed. He yelled at me that he was stuck in the bathroom for 40 minutes with diarrhea because of my milk. He was using it to make a shake. I only responded with, so then you're the one who's been stealing. He freaking exploded. Yeah, he admitted he was sometimes drinking my milk and eating my food, but he was more mad that I switched the milks than the fact that he was caught. I told him I wouldn't have done it if he would have just stopped taking my stuff from my fridge, or at least told the truth instead of trying to make it seem like I was making it up. My roommate backed me up and thought it was kind of funny he got payback for stealing from us. It's a little tense right now, and my roommate told me Ara's trying to convince him to agree to kick me out. Little does he know we're both looking to move somewhere else together because we're both sick of this shit. I told some buddies what happened, and if you think I was an asshole for that, I feel like I'm not in the wrong here. He was taking my food and not even owning up to it, and I wanted to prove it. Does that make me the asshole?
No, this is why you don't live with roommates.
Yeah.
This past couple... Live by yourself.
Yeah.
Make it work.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to switch the milk. As someone who is basically lactose intolerant, that's like foul play. But it's also foul play to take people's food.
And then lie and say, you're making it up. I'm not doing anything.
Then you gaslight me. Enjoy the toilet.
Deserved it. And he's mad at him. You switched the milk.
Especially like if this happened to you, I wouldn't say anything. I'd just be like, okay, I need to not take his stuff anymore.
The Lord has struck me down.
You switched the milk.
Yes.
You just admitted it. Like everything you've been trying to hide.
Yeah. That's crazy. People be crazy sometimes. That's so funny. Okay.
How many of these did you do?
Do you want me to be done?
No, I'm just looking at the scroll bar and it's... You're fine.
Where is it? Oh my gosh. I feel like it was like 13.
Oh.
We don't have to list all of them. Okay. I, 23 male, was repeatedly stuck playing the part of helper and babysitter on family outings. I had to move out of my parents' house because I kept being forced to help watch my 3 nephews. Last year, we took a family vacation in summer to the coast. I rode along with my parents and they paid for my hotel room. Only I had to share that room with 3 rowdy boys because my sister and her husband wanted a room to themselves. I was promised time to do my own things on the vacation, but instead I ended up having to help with these kids. I complained to everyone about it and was reminded I was there for free. And then we pretty much just did only one thing I wanted to do, which was tour an art gallery. I like doing this whenever I'm at the coast, but the kids find it boring. This year, my parents have a beach trip planned for June, and they assumed I'd be riding along the same way as last year, but I refused. I said I'd be driving myself and paying for my own hotel stay to have my own room. My parents were shocked and tried to remind me of the cost. I said it was no worry. I've got a good job and a decent running car. I can more than afford it. That's when the buts started. I stated the previously listed things as why I'll be driving myself and paying for myself. I want to be able to enjoy this vacation as an adult and not be treated like a child like last year. My parents told my sister, and she called to blow up at me, that I'll be ruining the vacation if I'm off doing my own thing while she has to wrangle her 3 boys. I ended up yelling at her that last year all she did was rope me into her mess. I didn't really get to do much of anything I wanted to do, and I was treated like the bad guy for wanting to just go to an art gallery. I'm a grown man. I deserve my own vacation too. Now my sister is not speaking to me and my parents are still trying to convince me to just ride along with them to keep the peace. I'm still refusing, but the pressure is getting to me. Am I the asshole for not giving in? I know they'll have a pretty hard time when they won't have any other person there to help. Okay. And then there's some updates. First of all, what do you think? I know what I think.
Well, I do think it's tough as like the single person in families because you often either get the shaft on like rooms or like helping out with kids, being like an extra hand. But like if you're like not paying for it too, I feel like there's a sense that like you really don't have a say, like you are kind of doing your own thing. So I think it's a wise choice to be like, I'm paying for this.
Yeah.
This is what I want from my vacation. This is what I'm doing. Suck it.
Totally agree. The pushback he is receiving is insane.
Yeah.
And the sister getting mad at him for not watching her own kids.
Yeah.
Totally agree with the sister wanting that. I would love a free babysitter on vacation. Sounds great. You're not entitled to a free babysitter on vacation. No. You numbnuts.
And if that's what you want, like, don't take your kids. Do like an adult vacation.
Crazy thought.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just mad at his family.
Yeah.
They all suck. Okay, edit. It's barely been an hour since I posted, but my sister's apparently a Reddit lurker in the mornings, and she saw my post. Not only is she furious with me, but she also is upset no one in the comments is siding with her. To make it short, she went on a big rant about how it's so hard to be a parent to triplets. I didn't catch that it was triplets. Did you catch that?
No, I don't know if it said that.
And the least I could do is help because I'm a young and single and she needs a break. I stood my ground on my decision and now she's calling her parents to get them involved. I'm expecting a call from them any minute. Another update. Well, I'm off work now, so I can tell you more of what went down. I guess you could say it's over. My sister got our parents involved. They looked at my post and were absolutely horrified by the continuous influx of the commenters. Oh, my eyes. Yes, they're very angry with me that I posted here, but I told them that if they just listened with me to begin with, I'd never needed to. I'm sick of the whole keep the peace mentality that sacrifices me to placate my sister. They, in turn, went off on my sister and make a long story short, the vacation has been canceled.
Oh no.
The hotel wasn't booked yet anyway, but my parents are arguing with my sister. My sister is blaming me and my nephews are crying because they aren't going to the beach. My sister called me at lunch and basically implied I have no life, which is why I have time to help. I recorded that and told our parents, and that's currently what they're fighting about.
Jeez.
Another update. I wasn't going to update again, but here's a little more. Parents said they won't ever push babysitting of my nephews on me again and have agreed to that what happened last year was unfair to me. Right now, they're very angry with my sister for telling me I should help her because she thinks I have no life. My sister is playing the victim, and my brother-in-law is basically saying nope to the whole mess and spending most of his time at work. Thank you to everyone who has commented. You made my day.
That took a turn I was not expecting.
The parents?
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Great.
What did they think? Especially with the parents, trying to get him to, I'm going to need some eye drops. You don't have any contact solution?
You cannot put that as eye drops.
But it would hydrate my eyes.
No, it doesn't.
Well, it makes me feel better.
Those are disinfecting drops. Those are not hydrating drops.
Is that really true?
Yeah. Do not do that.
I have put those directly in my eyes multiple times. Contact solution?
Yeah.
H2O?
Do not do
Bausch
that.
and Lomb?
No. That's not what that's for.
That's a joke.
Okay.
No, I'm like, are you serious?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I also don't have contact solution because
you have dailies.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of victim mentalities. I have
no
negative patience for that.
Victim mentality is truly the grossest thing.
Yeah.
I despise it.
Yeah. I also think it's funny how it's like vacation canceled.
Yeah.
That's such a parent thing to do. Like, nope, you're fighting. We're done. I love it.
Well, I feel bad that they should have just gone and just gone with one boy or something. Or he could go by himself.
As we get older, I feel like you learn who you vacation well with together.
Sounds like they don't.
This is not a good vacation crew together.
That's true. They probably wouldn't even have fun. They just fight. It was a good call that the vacation got canceled.
Yeah, I agree.
Use that money somewhere else.
Yeah, go do your own thing.
Go on a vacation with your friends. Almost always a better idea.
Yeah.
Okay. My wedding, I'm a 23-year-old female, was back in Saturday on December 31st, and I'm still getting backlash from this, so I want to know if this was actually an asshole move. In the country I live, it's currently winter and we get a fair amount of snow, so my wedding was a winter-themed wedding. The color theme was forest green and gold. My dress was obviously white, and I chose the color of my bridesmaids' dresses to be forest green as well. My maid of honor's dress was black, and everyone else was to wear gold accessories. I have this friend, we'll call her Kat, and that I asked her to be one of my bridesmaids. When we went dress shopping, I told them the color theme I was going for. Kat immediately expressed that she thought forest green was a bad choice. She said she thinks it's not a flattering color and thought I should choose something different and more girly. I said no, because my wedding was winter themed and I thought the color would go perfect with the theme. She suggested pink, blue, and even a red. I said no, but thanks for your opinion. She found out my maid of honor's dress was black and asked if she could wear black too. I said no, only my maid of honor is wearing black. I paid for all the dresses. That's key. I paid for all the dresses. Fast forward to the wedding day. Everyone's getting their hair and makeup done, and Kat shows up 30 minutes late holding a bag that looked like it had a dress inside. I asked her what it was for. She told me it was for later on in the reception if she got uncomfortable and wanted to change after pictures. I was like, okay, cool. So fast forward, we're all dressed and walking down the stairs because the ceremony is beginning in 30 minutes, and we were going to take some pictures before. Kat is the last person to come down, and she is wearing a black dress. At the time, I was preoccupied taking pictures with my parents, but my maid of honor came over and made me aware of the situation. I confronted Kat and asked her what was going on. She said she hates her bridesmaid's dress, as the color is ugly and makes her look gross, and she's wearing black. I told her, please go back and change. She refused and started walking away from me. I said, I'm going to ask her one more time, and if she doesn't oblige, I'm calling security and kicking her out. She began yelling at me to fuck off, so I called security and asked them to please escort her out. She started making a big scene, yelling how I'm such a bitch, that I can't force her to wear anything, and that I'm a horrible, inconsiderate friend. The wedding went on, and it was truly amazing. Ever since the wedding, Kat has been blowing up my phone with texts, saying some really nasty things, and asking for the money back she spent on the black dress, since it was a waste and she didn't get to wear it. I had to block her number. Some of my bridesmaids have been giving me shit, saying it was a little harsh kicking her out and embarrassing her like that, and that maybe I should give her the money back. Am I the asshole for kicking her out?
No, I don't. I feel like Kat has to have always been like this and probably should not have been in the wedding.
Amen. I was like, there's no way this is the first occurrence of this behavior.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, so not the asshole for kicking her out. It is on you that you invited her into your wedding party.
Yeah.
You knew the vibe that Kat was giving off. There's no way, unless she got a brain injury and all of a sudden started acting like this.
Yeah.
There were
signs.
There were signs.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why it's important to really like the people you're with.
Yeah.
Vet your friends. Have the people you like. Have people that build you up, that make your life full, not people who tear it down and make it not good. Okay?
Yeah, no.
No one has time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Yeah, that was crazy. But it's also like kind of her fault, kind of the bride's fault. You knew she was like that, and she was making a fuss already.
And if she didn't know she was like that, they're not good friends. So why would she have been in there anyway?
Exactly. It's a really good point, Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a genius. I, 32 female, in a small, long... Oh, I did some book ones. She's a 32 female in a long, small running book club with about 10 people who've been friends for years. We meet monthly at different homes, discuss books, and it's always been low-key and supportive. My ex, 34 male, and I broke up amicably about 18 months ago after 5 years together. No drama, just grew apart. We still share mutual friends, and that's fine. Might have to end this early. Do you want to switch places?
I'm a 32-year-old female in a small, long-running book club with about 10 people who we've been friends with for years. We meet monthly at different homes, discuss books, and it's always been low-key and supportive. My ex and I broke up amicably about 18 months ago after 5 years together. No drama, just grew apart. We still share mutual friends, and that's fine. One of those friends started dating someone new, Alex, 6 months ago. Alex is nice enough, but he's not in the book club and has never read the books we choose. Last month, the host invited him as a guest because he seemed interested. He came, but spent most of the time on his phone, interrupting to make unrelated jokes, and admitted he hadn't read the book at all. It threw off the whole discussion, and a few people were frustrated but didn't say anything. This month, another member hosted and invited Alex again since he had fun last time. Same thing, no prep, constant tangents, and he even started a side conversation about sports during the serious part. I pulled the host aside after and said politely that I didn't think it was fair to the group to keep inviting someone who doesn't engage with the material. It changes the vibe we've built over the years. She said it was just one more person, and that's excluding him and that excluding him would be rude to her boyfriend, who's also in the club. I said if Alex keeps coming, I'll have to skip meetings because I joined for the book talk, not casual hangouts. Now the group chat is blowing up saying I'm being gatekeepy and unwelcoming, while others agree it's not the same anymore. Alex's partner texted me saying I'm making things awkward and should be more open-minded. I feel like I'm trying to protect something meaningful to me, but I hate people think that I'm the problem. Okay, couple layers
I know.
So I'm thinking Alex might not fit in the specific book club because they don't seem to be very social, more dedicated, focused on the book club.
Yes.
I think Alex would probably fit in our book club.
He would.
Because we talk about everything and, do what we want.
Correct. Maybe have a different hangout for with Alex and have just a dedicated book club for the girls.
Yeah.
Or it sounds like it's maybe more than just girls.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't read the book, you can't come. Make that a rule.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like he didn't read the book. And they were really not cool with that. Because people come to our book club all the time and don't read it.
Yeah. Maybe a conversation of like, hey, what are you expecting out of this book club? These are kind of the vibes of our book club. Like, does this line up?
Yeah.
But I think to be like, if he's here, I'm leaving is like also not great.
Well, and then you're just ruining friendships.
Yeah.
And being weird.
But there's also the like, if that's something that's like a deal breaker for her, like.
Here's what we do. Start a second book club.
Yeah.
Only invite everyone except Alex.
Yeah.
No. This is for the dedicated people only.
Gotcha.
You're only allowed to come if you're serious about this.
Yeah.
Alex, not welcome.
You can't come to this one.
Yeah. You just start like 10 different book clubs for different levels of intensity.
Yeah. Just more book clubs. Problem solved.
Perfect.
Okay. Last week I borrowed one of my friend's books. We're not that close, but we both share a love of reading. Anyway, I was reading said book while in the bathtub last week, and it led me to accidentally dropping it in the tub. Party foul. The pages are ruined and the book has expanded quite a bit, but in my opinion, it's still readable. Of course, though, I still felt guilty and offered to replace it. She refused and said that I shouldn't worry about it. Accidents happen after all. But now I found out that she's going behind my back and telling all of our mutual friends about it. She isn't saying directly, but she's heavily implying that I didn't try to do anything about it. I'm pretty sure I'm not the asshole, but some of my other friends say I should just be the bigger person and replace her book. However, I'm feeling quite hurt by her words and am now very reluctant to purchase something for her. So what should I do about it? Should I just ignore it or go ahead and buy her another book? There's an edit. I feel like if you drop somebody's book in the bathtub, just go ahead and buy them another one.
Don't ask.
Yeah.
I saw this. I loved this. Let's normalize not saying, can I do anything? Or do you need anything? Just do it. Do something.
Yeah.
Dinner's going to be on your porch in 5 minutes.
Ooh, yeah.
Not, can I buy you dinner? Because then they have to say, yeah. And knowing you're going to pay for it. Exactly. I do that. And I'm like, can I help?
Yeah.
Don't say that. Because then people feel like, yeah, that's so nice. I have help if I want it. But then I have to ask for help. Just help me. That's a different scenario than the book. If you ruin someone's book, just get them a new one.
Yeah.
That girl should have said, yeah, replace my book and not bitch about it to everybody else.
Yeah.
So that's like not
a bad
great.
Friend.
Yes, but also you should have just replaced her book. Even if it was readable, you keep that copy and get her a new one.
Yeah.
Just do that, just to be safe.
Should I do the edits?
I feel like it's more of just like
it's kind of
explain,
beating a dead
like,
horse.
Yeah.
Okay. I, 20-year-old male, was on a call with my 20-year-old female girlfriend recently talking about books. A long time ago, I recommended her a book on an app we both used because it matched her interests. She liked it, or she read it and liked it and asked me for more recommendations. I said I'd look for more books for her, but she suggested that we just exchange usernames so she could directly browse my library on the app. The thing is, I felt embarrassed because more than half the books in my library are guilty pleasure reads that I really don't want to share. I told her I could just recommend books manually instead of sharing my username. After that, she went quiet and started scrolling on her phone. I asked what was wrong, and she kept saying nothing. Uh-oh. But the mood was clearly off. I kept asking, got frustrated, and eventually turned my camera off for a bit to cool down. She did the same thing shortly after. Instead of talking verbally, since I was still a bit annoyed, I texted her asking why it was such a big deal that I didn't want to share my username. She replied by spamming the like emoji and then said, "Then I'm sorry for asking for your accounts." For context, I've already given her full access to all my other social media accounts willingly for convenience reasons. I can't reply to someone we both know, so she can do it for me, fetch some files that I might need but I can't get because I'm out and it's urgent, etc. No problem. I pointed out that she seemed angry even though she said sorry. She replied, "I'll just remove my access to your accounts then." That felt like guilt tripping to me, so I ended the call and said that I was only talking about one app, not denying her access to everything, and that she could do whatever she wanted. Her last message was, "I didn't even say anything, then don't shove whatever you're hiding back into yourself." Now I'm wondering if I overreacted or if I was reasonable for wanting privacy over something small and personal.
Well, that's a lot. I did not read that whole thing. I saw the guilty pleasure and I said, and I put it on there.
Yeah, I think it's vulnerable to show people your books that you read.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the idea of like giving someone full access to your social media.
That's weird.
Like, I think it's like fine if you're like open, but like if somebody's like actively looking on it, I feel like there's a distrust there that I'm not about.
I agree. I think that's weird to have full access to someone else's social media.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do.
Like if you like don't care about it and you're like, there, go ahead, look, like whatever. But like if they're like, thank you, like looking through it, there's an issue here.
Yes.
A root issue.
Yes. Also, let us read our books. Whatever you want to read.
Yeah.
And if he feels shame, or a woman, whoever it is, feels shame about what they're reading, maybe get a different partner.
I think a different partner in general is needed. Dump them.
You should read your slutty little books if you want to.
Okay, last one. In college, he's an art student. His friends are art students. Oh, yeah. I was approached by one of them to model for a class of 10 students. It paid and was about an hour. I said sure. Oh boy. I later find out it's naked. I'm fine with that. I sign the forms. I go out there in a robe, see his friends disrobe, get comfy, and pose. Hour later, I get paid. Teacher thanks me. Talk to his friends a bit. Look at the work, and it's all good. Later, boyfriend and I are at a friend's place, and he noticed a piece of art hanging up, and it's my nude. He gets upset, says I should have cleared it with him. His friends and I try to calm him down, saying it's art, nothing wrong with it, not sexual. And he just goes on about how everyone has seen me naked now, and it's different because I'm not a nameless model. Am I the asshole? Should I have made sure he was fine with it beforehand? First off, I'm not doing that.
No.
So I can't relate.
I think 1,000% she should have. It depends on your relationship, but yeah, there's no.
Maybe at least mention it.
By the way, I posed nude in front of all of your friends. Like, okay, it might not be sexual, but that's weird.
And then for one of them to have hung it up.
That's the weirdest part of the whole thing. You hung up a nude you drew of your friend's girlfriend? You sicko.
Yeah, no. Immediately no to all that.
Everybody's an asshole in this scenario. Not the boyfriend, though. The boyfriend's like, what the fuck, guys?
I think the boyfriend should go find somebody else to date as well.
I agree.
A partner change is needed.
Agreed. Because there might be some like artsy couples that are like, yeah, like art is like great and just like move your body. Okay, that's great. That was not the couple that you were in. No. So get a different partner if you want to be free to pose nude in front of all of their friends. That's crazy that you didn't even have like a second thought. Like, I'll just do that. That's fine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Everybody, you know what? In this scenario, and this is a good rule, there's a lid for every pot. And it's okay. Ooh. It's okay if you are not with the right lid or with the right pot. Yeah. It's okay.
That's okay.
And we don't need to get, I mean, obviously emotions are always involved, so people do get offended. It's not a bad thing if you're not the right fit for someone. It's not a bad thing. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
That was deep.
Yeah. I can barely see everyone.
All right, we're getting off here.
Yeah.
If you have an am I the asshole question, that would be fun.
It would be fun.
A scenario for us, send it to us. We'll tell you.
Yeah. Also, next time, if we ever do this again, I'm going to like comb through for a long time and find some really good ones.
I thought it was great.
All the ones I see on there are so juicy. I'm like, where do I find that? I was like looking drama. like cheating. I was trying to find all the funny ones, but
all right.
I only had so much time. Bye. Like and subscribe.